Alright, we are on Egypt and we're in Exodus. So we want to go to Exodus 1. And it says, Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob. Alright, we won't skip down to number 5. And all the souls that came from out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, and Joseph was in Egypt already. Now it's going down to 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Alright, we want to go on down to 15. Now the king of Egypt spoke as the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Pharaoh, and the name of the other Purah. I've got two little dotties, so let's see if we can go on. And he said, When ye do the office of midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stool, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, and if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Alrighty, we want to go to 17 and 18. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? Alright, we are done with that one. Let's go to 2 and 23 in Exodus. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by the reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by the reason of the bondage. Okay, let's go to 3, and we want 7 through 20. We may have to half this and half, like we did the last one. Alright, 7 through 20. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which were in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of them taskmasters. For I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hands of the Egyptians, to bring them up out of the land into a good land, and a large unto the land flowing with milk and honey, and to the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Havitites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the city, now behold, the cry of the children of Israel come unto me. And I have also seen the oppression wherein the Egyptian oppressed them. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, Certainly will I be with thee, and this shall be token unto thee, that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I came unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of our father hath sent me unto you. And they shall say unto me, What is his name? And what shall I say unto them? And here it is. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. He is who he is. He is the everything and anything. Um, and he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. And God said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, the Lord God of your father, the God of Abraham, and of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt to the land of Canaan. And the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Havitites, and the Jebusites, and to the land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, to the king of Egypt, and ye shall say unto them, the Lord God of the Hebrew has met with with us, and now let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey to the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by the mighty hand. And I will stretch my hand, and I will smote the Egyptians with all the wonders which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that, he will let you go. Alright, so that was 3. Oh boy, here we got another long one. Not really that long. Let's go to 4, and we want 8 through 18 through 21. And Moses went and returned to Jericho. Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, let me go, I pray thee, and turn into my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, go in peace. And the Lord said unto Moses in Midian, go, return unto Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. Make sure. Okay, I want to go 21. And the Lord God said unto Moses, when thou goest to return unto Egypt, see that thou do all these wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thy hand. But I will harden his heart, that he will not let the people go. I think God knew that they were going to turn their back on him, and he's like, I'm going to show you all these wonders, so you won't turn your back. Nah. But we all know that they did anyway. Alright, let's go to 5, and we want 4. And the king of Egypt said unto them, wherefore do you, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their work get you to your burdens. Alright, we want to go 12. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. Alright, we want to go to 6. Get out of here, bud. Alright, we're on 11 through 13. Go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he let the children of Israel go out of his land. And then Moses spoke before the Lord, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me, who am I of uncircumcised lips? And the Lord spoke unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, to Pharaoh's king of Egypt, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Alright, let's go to 26. We're still in 6. And we want to go to 26 to 29. These are the Aaron and Moses, to whom the Lord said, Bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt according to their armies. These are they which spoke to Pharaoh king of Egypt, to bring out the children of Israel into Egypt. These are that Moses and Aaron. And it came to pass on the day when the Lord spoke unto Moses in the land of Egypt. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, I am the Lord. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I said unto thee. Alright, let's go to chapter 7, and we want 3 through 5. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine enemy and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt, by great judgment. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we want to go to 11, chapter 7, verse 11. Wait a minute. 7, 3 through 5. Okay, I've done that. Now we want to go to 11. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magician of Egypt, they also did like manner with the enchantments. Alright, we want to go down to 19. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and stretch out thy hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And we'll go on down to 22. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Lord commanded. And he lifted up the rod, and smote the waters that were in the rivers, in the sight of Pharaoh, and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the rivers turned to blood. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptian could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto them, as the Lord had said. Alrighty. So now we got that one. Let's go to chapter 8. And we want 5 through 7. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, Stretch forth thy hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Alright, let's go to 16. And the Lord said unto Moses, saying to Aaron, Stretch out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. 17:2. And they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Alright, we're going to go on down to 24. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies unto the house of Pharaoh, and unto his servant's house, and to all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupt by the reason of swarm of flies. Okay, we are done with 8. Let's go to chapter 9. And I'm going to try to get to 10, I'd say, and then we'd quit. Alright, chapter 9, we want 4 through 9. And the Lord shall serve between the cattle of Israel, and the Lord shall serve between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt. And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. And the Lord anointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow the Lord shall do this thing in the land. And the Lord did that thing on the morrow. And the cattle of Egypt died, but the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, Take to your handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and that Moses sprinkled it towards the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it became small dust in the land of Egypt. And the bulls broke forth and bland upon men and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt. See, got 2:9. Okay, so now we want to go to 18, and we'll go to 25. Behold, tomorrow, about this time, I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such hath not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even until now. Send therefore now, and gather thy cattle, and all that thou hast in thy field. For upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come upon them, and they shall die. And so he that feareth the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the house. And he that regarded not the word of the Lord left his servants and his cattle in the field. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch forth thy hand towards heaven, and there may be hail in the land of Egypt, upon man, upon beast, and upon every herb that's in the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod towards heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt. so that there was hell, and fire mingled with hell, every grievous, such as there was none like it in the land of Egypt since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and broke every tree of the field. Alright, Mama Cat. Let's see where I'm at here. Come on, you got us to move. Alright, 19 to 22. No. Alright, I already got those. Number 10. So we're going to go to 10. And then we'll pick it up again tomorrow. 10, we want 2. Alright, we're going to go to the first one first. We've got 2 little dotties before. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go into Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before them, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son, that things that I have wrought in Egypt, and that my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know that I am the Lord. Alright, we want to go down to 12. Let's see, no, wait a minute. This is, okay. We want to go down to 7. And Pharaoh's servant, I want to make sure I'm right, yeah. Okay, go down to 12. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him, How long shall this man be snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egyptian is destroyed? Alright, we want to go to 12 through 15. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt, for the locusts, that they may come upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail had left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested on all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there was no such locust, that they neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did not eat every They did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees, which the hail had left, and there remained not even a green thing in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, though all the land of Egypt. Alright, let's go down and skip down to 19, and we're going to go on to 22. And the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts, and cast them to the Red Sea. And there remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt. But the Lord hearkened to Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand towards heaven, and there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And the Lord stretched forth and Moses stretched forth his hand towards heaven, and there was a thick darkness in the land of Egypt for 3 days. And we got some little dotties, we're going to keep going. And they saw not one another, neither rose any from their place for 3 days. Now think about this, them being there in 3 days. They couldn't see nothing. They had to use the bathroom on themselves. You talk about stink. Oh. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Alrighty. Alright, I hope y'all can see me, because my iPad bit dust over there, and I don't want it to do that no more. But I figured I'd try to go ahead and do chapter 11, 1 through 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh, upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt in the sight of Pharaoh. In the sight of Pharaoh's servant, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon the throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beast. And there shall be great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all thy servants shall come down unto me, and shall bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in the great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you. My wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. Alrighty. And now we're going to go to the concordance. The strongest concordance. And we have 3. Let's go to 47:14. Oh, no, that was hard. 47. 47:14. Mizraim and Mizraim, Egypt, Egyptian. Okay, it's the same thing. Alright. And let's go find the dictionary. Egypt, a country in the northeast African on the Mediterranean and Red Seas. Area 386 million square miles. Population, which that don't matter anymore. There's probably more or less there now. Alright, we will see you all later.